Yo, what it do? Family, new people, what's up? You're not in the wrong place. Sit down. You're in the right place. This is indeed the Life Be Life and podcast. Shout out to our returning listeners, watchers, viewers. If you reading the manuscript by Braille, man, welcome back. We love y'all, man. Glad to see y'all back in the building. This is again the Life Be Lifing podcast, hosted by the sweet, but not sweet like it's sweet like that. You know what I'm saying? The smart, the sharp, you know what I'm saying? The brains and booty of the operation, beauty of the operation. I said booty. That's wild. Awesome. Jesus. Y'all where my mind is.
We know what's on your mind tonight.
Right. Right.
Good Lord. Good
Mr.
Lord.
Nasty time. I get it though. I get it.
Good Lord, man.
I mean, with the little video I post about Tor say it was number 5. They do get booty.
That's a whole nother conversation. But man, y'all already know who it is, man. The hostess with the mostest. Mimi, the goddess.
What up, guys?
She is flanked by none other than your favorite fat freckle, man. Your favorite comic book geek, your favorite coach's favorite coach, Fat Beverly, you know what I'm saying?
Fat Beverly. Yo, your intros be amazing, bro.
Fat Beverly, you know what I'm saying? Fat Buchanan, you dig me? Splash Charles back in the building with y'all. Bank shop, bank stay open for me, you dig me?
Listen.
And once again, we are joined by the host of B&B On The Clock. I got it right this week. You know what I'm saying?
You did?
Got it right this week. My cousin, my man, part of the Potter family, you know what I'm saying? Fellow Black podcaster, fellow coach, fellow youth mentor, fellow dad, and fellow Germantown alumni.
Yes, sir.
What up, Cuzzo?
What up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Let's jump right into it.
Let's get to it.
Hey, I came to pod. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here to pod. Like, that's my life.
I love it.
So, with no further delay, we're gonna get into the body of the topic, man. Listen, we all, we're not saying we up there in age, but we grown now, we mature. But every now and then you like to look back finally on the past, the memories, and man, outside of college, the memories that people usually go back to is high school. So we're gonna have some high school highs tonight, man. That's what we finna get into. Reg, you going last because the ladies usually go first.
Absolutely.
So Mish, what especially since you're not from Philly, Mish, what high school did you go to? And tell us a little bit about your experience there.
So I went to the Benjamin Banneker Academic High School. It was the high school for the geeks and the nerds. I used to say it was the high school for the geeks and the freaks because we was a whole bunch of smart motherfuckers that was freaky and low, but it's another story for another day. But yeah, it was an academic high school in DC, and we had no sports teams. So that was we had no basketball teams for girls, boys JV, and I played softball and volleyball for the school, but basketball for AAU or somewhere else. It literally was just like heavy class loads, honors courses, take every book home every day, rolling backpacks. Like we were some nerds for real. Like we were some geeks. But I would say just as hard as we worked, we partied even harder. So yeah, we was right across the street from Howard. So we were kind of like the sister school to Howard. So we did everything at Howard. So I was like, yeah, fuck all that. When I'm graduating, I'm not walking across the street to 13th grade. That is not gonna happen. But all of our events was there. Like we had to attend their convocation. Our winter ball was there every year. which I was a winter ball queen and prom queen. So y'all already know where these superlatives going, right? And that's why I was looking down because I had to pull out the yearbook.
Oh man.
Damn it! This damn thing is
You got the blur on.
the blur.
Yeah, the blur
It's
said you're not showing your yearbook.
the blur being a bitch ass nigga tonight. There we go.
There it is.
1999, best class ever. But yeah,
I don't know about all that, but 99,
Yeah.
maybe the best class in his school. Maybe the best class in his school ever, but that year, I don't know. Okay.
Year was lit.
Yeah. Cuzzo, talk about your. Yeah, it's on you now.
So, like he said earlier, I went to the almighty Germantown High School. Even though our building got shut down in, what was that, 2012 or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I went to Germantown High School. I was in aviation charter, and I was in JROTC. I was in one of the, I guess they called it one of the advanced charters, college preparatory charters.
Yeah.
I played baseball. I was supposed to play basketball there. I don't know what happened, but whatever. That's a story for another day. Like she said, like I played AAU, other places. I played with my cousin, of course, other places. But high school's cool, man. Like, I wore the ROTC Air Force uniform on Thursdays. I enjoyed high school, man. Like high school was a great time for me. I don't know about other people, but for me, high school was all that. And I was part of the best class ever, class of 2000. The best class that ever came out of
all day.
We was 2K 2K all day.
2K all day.
Go ahead, cuz. You tell about you, man. Tell them where you from.
All right, so listen, right? Here's the truth of the matter, and it's something I don't talk about much. My first year of high school, I didn't go to the G. My first year in high school, I went to Franklin Learning Center. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about how Mish said school for the geeks, indeed. They did have a basketball team and a soccer team and football team, but nonetheless, it was definitely supposed to be advanced learning. Like you had Ben Franklin there, that was regular high school, and we were supposed to be the step up at FLC. Oh, wow. Even the way they structured the classes was more like credits, like college, to where, if you want to put the grind in and you want to make it happen, you graduate in 3 years. Hell, if you got the right connections and you go and slave and get in programs, you might could make it too. But you damn sure could, necessarily didn't have to stay there for 4 years. You was picking your classes. The responsibility for the most part really fell on you as a person. So if you were self-motivated and you were a go-getter and you knew what to do, then truth be told, you could take the full advantage of it. And if you was me, you end up there on academic probation, and you end up leaving. Yeah. So my thing was my anger issues, my personality issues, unresolved stuff from middle school that I ain't gonna get in elementary school. I ain't gonna get into, but middle school especially, I hated middle school. That I didn't resolve, that I let distract me from being the best student I could be. So in some classes I was stellar, in other classes, once I realized I had the option to not go, I didn't. The school was not too far from downtown. You could walk downtown from there. So here my stupid behind was walking downtown, chilling, leaving school early, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, once that happened the way it did, I had to go back to my neighborhood high school. Well, actually, my neighborhood high school was Martin Luther King. And I said, no, not doing that. So I ended up at Germantown High School. Yeah, because I don't need no fights from around the corner. You feel me? But control yourself, cuz. Control yourself, your body. But yeah, I ended up at Germantown, the almighty G, and we don't give a damn about nobody. You feel me?
You feel me?
And the green and
I
white.
actually hear a lot about that high school for Philly. Like it's wild.
Dub Bears. Yeah, yeah. Listen, it was behaved like a neighborhood high school, but nonetheless, man, I will say that particular class, like that class of 2000, it had a lot of motivated students. For all the bad rep that the school had, if I ever how much of it was true, I feel like most of that particular class was really focused on trying to make some of their life, trying to achieve dreams. Like you couldn't go left and right without finding somebody who was literally, by the time he was in sophomore year, talking about what college he wanted to go to. Like I got there and I'm basically having to repeat ninth grade. So people like Reg and everybody else is technically a class ahead of me, but I'm so, upset about smoking my layups at FLC that I'm sitting here trying to do everything to make sure I can leave in 2000. So I just was sitting there doing extra work, doing extra projects. I ended up in a summer enrichment program. I worked it out to where some of those classes that we took at the summer enrichment program, those counted as credits that I could use for school. So I ended up not having to take those classes during the year because I showed excellence, not just proficiency, excellence in it. So it's kind of like, all right, well, cool. I clearly know it already. What's the point in making me take it again? So I could get back on track, and graduate on time with my proper class. But yeah, we was some dogs about trying to, get out for real.
Yeah.
We had the highest number of the graduating class, like in the history of the school.
Yeah.
We had the smallest class, actually. We had the smallest class.
We had
96 people. That was it.
wow.
That's small.
We had the highest amount of graduates for that year. Even though we didn't have the biggest class, we didn't have the biggest total class in number, but we had the highest amount of graduates. We had people who even went back and did night school so they could graduate on time. Like it was really like a thing where you picked each other up to, like, what I mean? That person not doing too well, they're BSing with them while they fail. You like, yo, come to fuck the class. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm saying? So, it was a different type of vibe for me in that class, especially my junior and senior year. But yeah, I ain't going front like I hated high school the whole time. I really did enjoy most of my time there at Germantown. I'm not even gonna hold you. Made a lot of long-lasting friendships. Made a few enemies, a lot of enemies actually. But by now, most of that stuff is cooled off. People got over themselves, so it's all good now. But yeah. So in thinking of high school, and graduation, we all, as me, had the yearbook. When it comes down to that end of the senior year is the superlatives, man. People want to get mentioned in that yearbook one way or another. You find yourself start joining clubs you ain't give a damn about just to make sure you can get a picture in the yearbook, or you just was minding your business, and next thing you know,
you in the yearbook,
you getting snapped for a yearbook picture. You know what I'm saying? That happened to me.
92 students. As I'm looking through the yearbook, 92. That's bad.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's crazy. I forgot what our number was, but
it was like
it was
one
big.
something. It was like one something.
Packed, it was big for our school, man.
Yeah, it was definitely over 100. I can't remember the exact number.
I'm about to say, I feel like we had over 50%.
Yeah.
I think we had over 50% that year.
Oh, damn,
like
well
over.
An SGA.
I think it was well
about
over.
All the shit you do.
But yeah, no. So before we get to the questions, did any of y'all make the superlatives for y'all high school?
I did.
I tried.
So
people.
I made a couple. Most talkative, most flirtatious. I'm trying to remember another one. I didn't get most popular. That was Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out to my man Kyle.
Words, I gotta get you on here at some point, bro.
Most likely to succeed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was another one. I can't remember the other one. But I
I feel
remember
like
them
I'd have picked
three.
somebody else out your charter for that.
I would have picked
I feel like
somebody
I'd
else
have picked
too.
I just feel like one of
somebody else too.
like one of the girls in the charter would have got that.
I would have definitely picked somebody else. They picked me,
That's
whatever
right.
reason, whatever they saw. Good. Thank
I
you.
remember that you got that. I remember you got most talkative.
Yeah.
I remember you got most talkative.
I ain't shut the hell up.
I ain't get no superlatives. I knew I wasn't gonna get none.
Yeah, I ain't shut up. Kyle got most athletic.
Runner up for 2.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, I ain't gotta be in none of them over here, but most athletic.
What you get runner up for?
Most athletic, but this other girl beat me out because she actually she played every sport at the school. I did not. So
okay.
And because she ran track, I only did volleyball and softball. She did track and field, cross country,
Damn.
softball and volleyball. So
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we both played ball, but of course we didn't have a girls team, but we both was pushing for a girls team. And then best friends, me and my best friend Shaban was runner up between our homies, Claude and Mike. So, but all that other stuff, I stay out the way. All that most talkative. I ain't talk to people like that. I talk to most friendly.
I saw.
I like to a lot, okay, but everybody like me. But I'm just like, yeah, I don't kick it with everybody. I was loud, but there were people that were way louder. So, yeah, I was like, y'all can have that. And there was one girl that was shorter than me. That was the other one. She was shorter than me by 2 inches. I was like, yeah, y'all, she can have that one. I don't want to be on the yearbook for the shortest person. So, yeah.
The only thing I wanted was most likely to succeed, but we had some
We didn't even
superstars.
do stuff like that. And I guess because we was an academic high school, they was like, boo, like they, let's see. We did most dramatic, best smile, most friendly, quietest, loudest, shortest, tallest, most changed from freshman year, most artistic, most athletic.
I might have won that one.
Best friends, best dress, and class.
We ain't had none of those.
Best dress was the other one for me. But
no,
girl,
best dress.
No, we ain't have a best dress.
What?
I remember.
See, in DC, that's the thing.
Yearbook.
Yeah. See, old girl, she could dress up and down. I didn't really dress up. Like, she could be girly one day and she could be hood nigga the next. Like, that wasn't my thing. I was like, I'm hood nigga every day. Like, gonna be in these jeans and these J's. That's it. Like, I ain't doing all that. So
yeah, I wish we'd have had that. Like that might have.
Then again, the way our school was, it's probably smart for them not to have done that because that would probably cause.
This is the corny shit they do, right? Most likely to succeed is the entire class. It's like everybody is like, so it's like pictures of everybody most likely to succeed. So that's the kind of school I was in. Like, we not gonna do what everybody's. So.
I could low key dig it though. I could low key dig
it. I'm not mad at it at this point, and I actually can say, I don't think there is anyone from our class that is not doing well. To be honest,
wish we could say the same.
Definitely wish we could say the same.
That being said, I know that Reg and our school has tried to throw a reunion, but it hasn't happened yet. Oh. Have you had one for your school yet?
Yes, and I was like,
did you go?
No. I didn't do the 10-year and I didn't do the 20-year. So the 10-year one, I just kind of was like, I feel like it was kind of like a get together at a restaurant in the area. I was like, yeah. The 20-year one, child, I was on vacation. I was like, nah, I'm on vacation. Like, I literally was out the country. So it just kind of, and the funny thing is, I'm one of those folks, like, I don't have no beef with nobody I went to high school with. But if I don't talk to you, I'm not really trying to update you on my life. Like, I feel like reunions are kind of dick swinging contests, and I don't participate in
Mm.
those because my dick's always gonna be bigger than yours. So I'm good. So I was like, nah, I'm not missing because Art was like, oh, we could just move the vacation. No, I'm not moving my vacation for a night of entertaining people about what I'm doing with my life at this moment. If I don't follow you on social media, you don't follow me, we not Facebook friends, then you kind of really don't know what to, you don't need to know what I'm up to. I'm good on that. Like,
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
I
That's
mean,
funny.
and they recently, so it's funny because you were saying something about how y'all high school closed. They actually sold our building to developers because DC is like a hot spot at this point. And they moved us to another location, which was once a middle school, and they like kind of built that school out or whatever. Because DC does dumb shit with buildings, but that's another story for another day about our dumbass mayor.
I've heard that. I've
Um,
heard DC does some of the
she's
dumbest things
stupid.
with buildings.
She's so stupid. But anyway, and it just burns my bridges as an architect, a civil engineer, and a project manager. I'm just like, you're really wasting just city resources, but whatever.
I feel that.
So they sent us like they was doing a gala, and I was like, oh, go to that. Not for no $250. I was like, for a tour to new school, and I got to dress up. I'm good. I tell you what, I'll catch y'all on the back end of this alumni, and I'll just donate. So those type of things are just not for me. I don't think I've been to my college homecoming since 2012, 13. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like not a necessity for me. Like, I still, Yolanda, I still talk to her every day. We tight like white. Laura,
Right.
we tight like white.
Right.
There are a few other people from high school that I talk to here and there. People I just saw somebody the other day at the spa yesterday. She was like, Demisha? I was like, hey, let's see. Kept it going. Like, I'm not about to chop it up with you, give you my whole life story on what I'm doing. Girl, nice seeing you. Enjoy your spa. Catch you at the sauna. Don't want to see you naked. Goodbye. Out of here. So that's how I am about stuff like that. So
I feel that. Yeah, we haven't had ours. There's been, I think, 2 serious attempts to try to have one. I think it was 10 or 15, and then 20. 20 was going to be a shit show anyway, and then the pandemic hit. So
thank God for the pandemic.
hey, that saved a lot of people, I'm sure.
So either way,
I got put on committees for this, and I didn't ask for it, but
I was about to say, yeah, I don't know how they picked me, you, and Kyle on this committee.
Because you're already the fun group.
Oh no, because once they picked me, I picked y'all.
Now it makes sense.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell the truth. When they called me and said, yo, you've been nominated to be the head of the committee, and who would you like? And I was like, why I got to be the head? Why can't I just be on it? They said, oh, you going to be the head? No problem. I got people I want.
Recruit. Now, what's funny is, again, because my academic high school was one of those schools you had to test into and all this. So my sister went to Coolidge, which was a neighborhood high school, which is where she played ball, I played ball, whatever. They did their reunion, and that shit, they did it on my base because I work at the Navy Yard. Yo, they rented out the conference center, like they had events the whole week, like homecoming stuff. Dope. Yo, that's did it live, and they did I feel like they did a 10-year and a 20-year, and both times Liddy.
That's fire.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish we could have actually got it together on some point level, but to be honest, it ain't at the top of my list of things I could like. I see enough people I went to high school with all the time.
Yeah.
Like I bump into people, I see people out. I'm cool. Like I know where people's lives are. Like I got enough of we got a whole group on Facebook for the high school.
Yeah.
I see y'all in there when y'all talk. I see y'all on my page.
Yeah.
I see y'all out. Huh? Yeah, that don't still use.
Oh, wow.
I don't do much in it, but people still comment, post pictures, and all types of stuff.
Yeah,
they have a group on Facebook
for us
too.
I left that joint in the midst of the reunion planning, and things started getting a little bit weird in there.
Right, it did get weird in there for a minute.
bit different, and I was like, you know what? Before I start just
Weird.
having the taste in my mouth, for everybody, yeah, like it was all fun and games, but then certain posts was kind of
Mm,
getting out of line, certain comments was getting out of
I
line.
can't see. That's the
Some
shit I'm
niggas
not dealing with.
started feeling themselves because they doing well in life, and
Yeah,
That's
certain
what I'm not dealing with. Like again, what I
like
say, dicks for
I
the
remember
content.
you in
I ain't
high
got time for that.
school, you wasn't that person, but now you doing well, and you can buy what you want to buy, live how you want to live. Now you talking crazy to people. Like I don't got that to do. Like
No humility. I don't like stuff like that. I can honestly say I don't think there's anyone from my class that acts like that I still kind of see or associate with. Actually, it's like it's kind of crazy because a few people like you thought they were gonna be going to one direction in life, and it's like, damn, like, nah, you could doing something completely different, and you actually are great at it. It's almost like, wow, people have definitely evolved. So
yeah, we definitely had
I
some
don't know.
people go left, and now they back going right.
Right, yeah.
And like some people did some time. Like I was
Oof.
surprised about
Yeah, I don't think we got
hearing
none
those
of
that's
those.
true.
conversations. But
Oh, we
That's
only
true.
yeah,
got one.
life be
Mario.
as the pod says, life be life,
Yep.
and
For sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
But so being as though that we're 0 for 3 on these reunions, what we gonna do on this episode
My
oh
thing
for
is,
three.
I,
is we're gonna get creative. We're
oh
gonna
God.
get creative, and we're gonna do our own version of superlatives based on probably the last we seen some of these people. Now, as the Red said, for some of us, we seen some of these people rather recently. For some of
Yeah,
them, when the last time we seen them.
yeah.
So I'm gonna throw some questions out there, and we'll answer who fits in this superlative best. All right, we will start in the usual rotation: Beach, then Reg, then myself. All right. So, who would you now put as the funniest?
Ooh, the funniest.
The
Um,
funniest. Like if you went
hmm,
to the reunion, you would expect this person to still be there.
Probably still Claude. I would think Claude is still the class clown, the funniest, like because so the girl that was voted class clown, she would probably still be it, but unfortunately she passed away. Like we lost her, someone unfortunately took her away from us, but it would probably be Claude. He was a clown and a
Okay.
half, like yeah.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
tossed up.
Who you got
I
there?
got tossed up between two people. It's
All right.
probably gonna be it'd be Kyle or Eric Hamilton.
Oh man, fucking Eric.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm tossed up between the two of them because they both are still hilarious to this day. Like if you
That's a good
follow
one.
up on socials, like they had me fucking dying every day. Especially
Yeah.
E.
That's a good one.
EB on one.
Yeah,
He's
asshole, man.
hilarious.
Um,
Not an asshole.
he is, but it's like for the most part, it's in a good way now. But like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
he just said he could be on whatever. You just never know what he gonna say.
that's funny.
I would have picked Kyle too. Like I had to remind myself that Doom wasn't in our class, or else I'd have picked
Right.
him and
Dude
Elaine.
would be
Because
Dude
he
would have
hung out.
definitely been he would have been my pick too if he was in our class.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kyle too. I'm gonna go with Kyle too, for sure, for sure. Because Kyle be accidentally hilarious too. On top of him being like decisively funny, he be
Yeah.
accidentally fucking hilarious.
Accidentally
Um,
hilarious.
who would you say is the most connected? Like the person who, like, if they was to go ahead and do this reunion, that would be a person to tap, reach out to people.
Hmm.
Why? Why is that a question?
I actually think it's probably this dude it's a toss up between Gary Gunn and Maxwell Glover, because Gary Gunn actually just did a movie and it was like the Sundance Film Festival, like hey, work with Oprah. Like I feel like he probably got connections, and Maxwell, he probably got connections. So those two probably would be it.
Okay.
And maybe
Cause
Jennifer. Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
Jennifer. All right. Cause
Most connected. Like, are we talking like connected, like in out, like connected to the people from high school, or are we talking about like most connected in the city?
Probably could get City
I'm
Connects, make the
I'm
reunion pop.
I'm gonna go high school because you got to be able to reach out to the people. Because even if you have a place, you got to be able to reach out to the people to
Oh,
make
so
it
you
happen.
should have been specific. That my answer might have been different.
Change your answer then. Change your answer.
All right, you go. I'm gonna think about. I'm gonna see if it's a change of answer.
If we gonna say most connected, I'm either gonna say myself and Kyle.
Okay.
I definitely would have to put myself in there, because if I don't, then people gonna say I'm lying and I'm frauding, and I don't got time for that today. So I just say myself. You ain't had to raise your hand. It's okay. You didn't have to raise your hand. Like,
Funny.
The minute
but
you fronted,
yeah,
I was gonna say it.
I had to say myself or Kyle, man. Like either one of us, we definitely get in touch with any and everybody from high school.
Yeah,
So I might even get in touch with people from other grades, to be honest.
I had you and Tiana. I had you and your god sister. I had y'all too
Okay.
as my most connected picks.
Yeah, she's
Not that
definitely super connected.
Kyle will not reach out to people, so he might very well be one of the most connected. But Kyle will straight up be like, "Nah, I ain't reach out to that nigga for what?" Whereas y'all two will be more than likely to be able to, reach out to that person, somebody who knows that person, somebody who knows that person. Y'all two just always got in the seams seamlessly,
right?
When it came to stuff, even with the reunion. So let's say if you had to work a job, who would be the easiest to work with from your class?
For me, I mean, he's on the pod right now for me.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
So going back to your last question, the funny thing is, the most connected person probably will be me. Like I still like be talking to people here and there. That's why I'm like, it's not necessary for me to go to the reunion. But to answer this question, it would be Yolanda. It would be Yolanda. Me and Yolanda probably would be like great working together.
Okay. From my class, the easiest to work with. I feel like Reg is an easy answer. On one hand, I feel like he's an easy answer. So I was trying to think of like, you know what? I got an even easier answer. Shantae. Easy money. Easy money.
What makes her so easy?
Like, I'm not gonna have to hassle with her. The communication is gonna be clear. She's gonna give suggestions in a respectful manner. We will be able to agree to disagree. I feel like, and all the time I know her, we might have had one argument, and she was having a bad day that day. Like, and I think she had some liquor in her system. So, like, she wasn't quite herself.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's why I say Yolanda. And we literally just traveled together. And I have to say that's probably the most enjoyable trip that I've taken. Most relaxing, most easygoing. But we're both Taurus and we have been friends for a very long time. But she's like the rational when I'm irrational. And like we get together and have like thought processing, like, oh, what is it? Like, yeah, that's why she was my answer.
So that's why I didn't pick Reg, because whereas me and Reg offset each other balance wise, we also clash sometimes.
Oh yeah, me and her don't clash.
So I had to pick somebody who I could imagine it wouldn't be a clash.
I mean, you said easiest to work with, so if you clash, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, me and Reg definitely gonna clash from time to time. No matter what it is we both doing, at some point it's just gonna happen.
There's going to be a
Um,
clash, but the clash is not going to be a bad clash. It's just going to be like we
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
different of opinions on something, or we see something different.
yeah. We passed
y'all
the
gotta
point
work
where
out that agree to disagree amicably. Is like what I like.
Yeah. We there. We
yeah, but
passed
it's
the
gonna
whole.
be loud first though. That's
It's
the
gonna be
truth
loud
about
first.
it. It's
Definitely
gonna look
be
real
loud
aggressive.
first.
It's gonna look worse than it is. I'll put it that way. It's gonna always look worse than it is.
That's funny.
Who would you have as the best listener?
Lakeisha Span. Lakeisha Bates when we was in high school, but
No, you
Lakeisha
can address
Span.
that as a current name. You know what I'm saying?
Lakeisha Span.
Like
Maybe
on the last name that man gave her, put some respect on it.
She's definitely the best listener, hands down.
Yolanda, because she's a therapist.
Is every answer going to be Yolanda for you?
And listen, she's a therapist. She's a superstar. She's definitely like, yeah. So even if she wasn't my friend, it would be her because she's
I
a
met her in
therapist.
person. She's pretty groovy. She's pretty groovy.
Okay.
She's a great listener. Like she sits and she processes everything, and then she makes you think about what you done said, and then she'll like run stuff back to you, help you break that down. She's always been like that. Always.
Okay.
Me. I'm naming me. I think I'm an awesome listener. I think I'm an awesome listener. I think the only person who might think at times I'm a bad listener is Reg, because there's times where I have to step out of listening to Reg and I have to like do, we cousins, but I have to do the big brother thing sometimes to kind of put the arm around his, neck and be like, yo, stop, you know what I'm saying? And get him together a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm wondering.
But I definitely pride myself on, especially when we talk about this particular group of people. Yeah, I think I've been an awesome listener with these niggas, man. Okay, one that was in high school and still is now. Most popular. Who would y'all have? Reg, I'm picking you. Just get my out the way. Reg, I'm picking you. I can't go nowhere. Know nobody, Reg. I can't go nowhere.
I don't feel like I was that popular, but all right, yeah.
I can't go nowhere with you, and you don't know nobody, so I'm picking you.
That you sound like my sons. You sound like my ex. Sound like everybody who's.
Proof is in the pudding, my nigga.
I guess I gotta say myself. I mean, I really would say either Ed Butler or Kyle. I'll say one of them two.
That is a good vote.
I would say Butler just because, I mean, one, that's my best friend, and he know maybe more people than I know, to be honest.
That is a good vote.
Star football player. He was a star football player in high school. Like he was that guy.
See, that's
Thump is a good vote.
Ooh, you called it that over here.
Yeah. What's your definition of popular?
I heard that too.
Oh, you gotta talk shit about people.
No. Just sometimes people be stuck in my mind. Yeah, sometimes people be stuck in my mind as this person. So Ed is still that person in my mind most of the time.
Right.
I don't know. For my class, I don't know. Like, what do you consider popular?
Like the example I gave of Reg, because here's the thing, right? Most people say most popular and act like that's always most liked, and I disagree. Like I know people who didn't like Reg, but they knew Reg. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his name, his visage, his face. You know what I mean? It read places. It don't mean you necessarily like the nigga, but you know who he is, or you feel like you know him, or you feel like you know something about him. So that's why I put him down. Like I said, from childhood to now. We done went in a couple of stores sometimes getting stuff for kids, and somebody stopped him. Don't I know you from somewhere?
So then that would be me, because that's how everybody be like, who don't you know? What do y'all mean? Like, but again, because my school was so small and like I hung out with the neighborhood folks, and so it's like we had Coolidge, Roosevelt, and then I know people from Wilson because of playing ball and stuff. I knew everybody in the city, and then I knew like the older niggas and the younger kids. So it would probably be me. And then not to mention my extracurricular activities is where I was known. So yeah.
Yeah, this nigga had a bunch of curricular activities, extracurricular activities, all types of activities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The nigga was a dancer too, mind you. So
A what?
a dancer, a fucking dancer. Pick him up, pick him up. That was him. That was him.
He like,
like he gonna put it all out there. Like, yeah, he put it all out there. Like he's just gonna put it all out there. So
that was him. Roll bounce skating ass nigga. That was him.
Yeah, we skated. I managed a go-go band. Like, yeah, it was a mess. So I probably would say me because everybody else kind of like they either northeast, southeast, like say that area. Oh shit! Now laughing too hard. I don't know if I like this.
In fact, we go to a summer program, right? Okay, cool.
Hey, you guys go ahead, tell the story.
I'm just gonna keep it short. So, they have a talent show. And this nigga goes up on the talent show to dance.
Oh Lord.
He picked a partner. But his partner was low-key ass.
Low-key ass.
Thought his partner was going to be able to dance because he was one of them pop tip locking dudes or whatever.
Oh Lord.
With the little usher slide, but that was literally like it wasn't all he had in his bag. Yeah, it wasn't all he had in his bag. But for a kid who always wanted girls in his face, he froze up on the lights on the stage.
Stage fright.
Horrible.
She had to clean that up. Pretty much. He really did. Like, started taking the nigga arms and doing shit with it like they choreographed it. Whole time, I actually saw the moves they worked on beforehand. Yeah. So most people thought that it was supposed to be that they planned it. I knew it didn't happen like that.
Nope.
They was doing this thing where you put the arms under it and you start doing this shit. Yeah, all that.
Motherfucker.
And the nigga sang towards the end of it.
The guy he picked?
Oh, him.
Me.
You sing?
I used to, yeah.
Oh, we going on with that.
Yeah, so like I said.
No wonder he been so popular over this job.
He always doing something.
Looks like the Sixers going to lose this game. I'm upset now.
Oh, get out your feelings.
Game 7.
Not what we wanted.
Not what I wanted tonight.
See, that's why I couldn't watch and pod at the same time.
I just turned it off. Like I couldn't watch no more.
So I got a question. Oh, go ahead now.
Okay, yeah. You got one.
I was gonna say. So, do you guys like your yearbook photo?
Yeah. Yeah, the one they actually got in the yearbook. Yeah, I like that one because that's the one my mom had hanging up in her house. So yeah, I like that. It was the one she picked. Yeah, I like that one. It wasn't bad at all.
How about you, Nah?
I don't even remember it, to be honest. I just am a person who genuinely doesn't think he's photogenic, so probably not.
Yeah, I don't think I'm photogenic either. But so did you guys have to look? I don't. I actually don't. No, I really don't.
All right, I'm not doing this with you in the middle of this episode.
Okay. Anyway, did you guys have to leave like little quotes under your yearbook photos?
Yeah.
Do you remember what your quotes were?
No. I like to look at the yearbook.
Because I had like 5 different quotes and I just picked one.
Yeah, I had a bunch of quotes and then I didn't pick mine. Somebody else picked mine. The girl who did the yearbooks picked mine.
That's no fun. Okay.
Yeah, I wrote down 5. I was technically supposed to be on the yearbook committee, which I wasn't.
Yeah,
that. I remember.
I wasn't.
I was like, y'all got
I didn't make no decisions on that yearbook. So,
Fan of member.
My name is in there
Name is
as on the
there for
committee,
being on
but I didn't make no decisions.
Yup.
I didn't go to a meeting.
Uh-uh.
But my name is in there as being part of the yearbook committee. Don't know
Mine
how.
too. Mine
Don't
too,
know
'cause
how, because I didn't go to a meeting. I ain't go to nothing.
I went to 2 meetings and I took 2 pictures with a camera, and that's my contribution.
Nah, I took all the pictures they asked me to take, but I ain't never go to a meeting.
Yeah,
That was out.
That's funny.
I said there's enough women in here to figure that out. I'm cool.
Enough women in here.
Yeah, they didn't really want my opinion. I realized that after the second meeting, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I didn't show up to a meeting when I seen the women that was on that committee. Oh yeah, y'all can argue that out all day. Leave me out of it. Just if y'all gonna put my name in there, that's cool. But I'm good with whatever y'all decide. Cause y'all not gonna listen to me anyway.
Listen, it was a way for me to get out of the class I was trying to get out of, since I had already pretty much had my grades set. So it was just like, all right, cool. I hate that teacher anyway. But after the second meeting, I was just
what
kind of
teacher
like,
was that? What teacher was that?
oh, I'm not even sure what her name is. Black skin lady, kind of short, kind of chubby. I don't even remember. All I know is that she gave me an F when she wasn't supposed to, and I came back in her classroom and threw a desk. So there's that. Let's see what other questions we have. Okay, so we'll do a couple of binary questions, so to speak.
Okay.
So who would you say is the most friendly, and who would you say is the least friendly?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely don't know who the least friendly
I don't have any bad experiences per se with
right.
anyone. So
you want to be the least friendly? Oh,
not want to be. I am. I always was.
Oh my God. I mean,
he plays this role like he don't like people, but he got a lot of friends. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of this today. Like,
I don't have
we
friends.
Talking then or now?
Shoot, honestly, I still fit that role now. I'm not that Mr. Friendly now.
You're terrible.
I'm not Mr. Friendly now. What happens is,
least friendly now, and then probably lower ass.
I can see it.
Like, I don't even know how we became friends. Again, this is like, I don't understand why people think that I'm so cool that they want to kick it with me. Like, I don't know what the fuck was about me, but yeah, probably her ass. Like, she don't like people. She don't like people at all. Like, she's true Leo. She don't be wanting to be bothered with folks. So I might have to vote lower on that one.
Okay, that's who you got for least. Who you got for most?
Most friendly? The person that I would say again, she's passed away.
Yolanda.
No, not Yolanda. Kendra. Everybody loved her. Like, she was friendly with. It wasn't nobody she did not talk to. Like, yeah, her gravitational pull was crazy. Like, I just think it was like the smile she always had, and then she was also loud, and then she had body. So yeah, it would probably.
I'm gonna go with Tiana for that. Most friendly, I'm gonna go with Tiana.
Because
I'm definitely not gonna say me, because I definitely was not friendly. Like, I'm an asshole.
See, I don't feel like I'm friendly. I feel like I was an asshole, but it was something about that people was like,
"Yo,
are you funny? You joking, right?"
Asshole?
No, you an asshole. I agree with that, but you were still friendly, nigga. Like,
I'm an
you
asshole.
was still
a friendly asshole.
Friendly.
Like, it's the sarcasm.
I never saw you dolo, nigga. What are you talking about?
I was never dolo. I could never.
I mean, I was never dolo.
Never dolo.
But it was always my circle of friends, though. It wasn't no outside people.
Exactly.
See, and I can't even say that. Like, I might have been with my circle all the time, but other people you see me chopping it up with, like,
oh no, we'll do the outside
girls. People. Yeah, I be chopping up with the mean girls or the geeky girls or the freaky girls. I be talking to everybody, all of the dudes, upperclassmen. Like, that upperclassman asked me to prom 2 years in a row. Like, and win a ball.
That's a good question. How many proms did you go on in high school?
Only mine. I did. Yeah, only mine. Because I was like, I'm not going to know. I was like, one of those females, like, first of all, I don't even really like wearing dresses. That's number one. Number two, you're upperclassman. So if you think I'm fucking, you can forget it. I am, but I ain't fucking you. And then number three, I wanted my prom to be my first prom. So yeah.
Okay, respectable.
But I was invited to 2 proms.
Nah. How many proms did you go on?
Nigga, it's me. None.
Nigga said, nigga, it's me. None.
Nigga, it's me, none.
Like, none of them dances, none of that shit. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm really not a friendly person. I have some really good friends. I'm blessed with some outstanding friends. Like, that's like family level. I'll never sit there in front of these motherfuckers, man. Like, I got groups that fit in that thing, but I'm not a friendly person. And I actually got sick. Reg finally talked me into going to the prom because I was not going after the girl I originally asked her to be my date burnt me.
He wasn't going.
After she burnt me, I took it like a, and I wasn't going to go because me and her had a thing for each other. I'm thinking, okay, this will be a good way to cement the relationship. The relationship's kind of fizzled. Okay, cool. But she's still cute. We still cool. We gonna have fun. But the same reason the relationship didn't happen is the same reason why prom didn't happen. Her fucking grown-ass man that she was dating from the Navy came back and, you know, she got dumped for him. Not somebody who went to our school, mind you. Not somebody who went to our school, somebody from Upper Bound.
Because
I was like, no, not her. Not her. Not her. Not her. Not her. No. Wait. When you say I realized too. I realized who you meant.
Lord.
Not her. Not her.
I didn't sweaty. Like, wait. Not her. Who the fuck? Wait, who was that?
Dark skin, chunky, could hoop a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did you say dark skin, chunky, could hoop? What?
Yeah, she could hoop a little bit.
Could hoop a little bit. What?
Yeah, so you know, when we talk about Upward Bell was part of our high school experience, and
that's a fact.
We had it too.
Yeah, so we definitely did Upward Bell for what, 3 years? 2 years?
Two, but it felt like 3 because we did the reunion. We did the reunion. We did those twice.
Yeah, we did those twice.
I did Upward Bound for 1 year, and then I did NASA's Engineering Academy for 2 years. So.
Oh shit, dope.
Yeah, every Saturday.
Yeah, we did the Upward Bound thing. Upward Bound was cool. That's where the whole talent show thing came in. Hooping at Upward Bound was the best thing ever, though. Like, we had so much fun.
I have to agree.
That's why I love Upward Saturday Academy for NASA, because I was actually in class with some of the girls that hooped at Wilson. So we would go like get it in after class or whatever. So yeah. It's fun. Again, that's why I say it probably like me and super connected. I knew everybody, every school, like across the city. You know, we got quadrants. So it's like tons of high schools in this area. You got Northeast, Southeast, Northwest, Southwest. Like, so yeah, it's about 4 high schools in each area. And I think Southeast was probably the area in which I didn't know a lot of people, maybe Ballou and Eastern, maybe, but like Anacostia and shit. Nah, them niggas was too hood for me. It was like, y'all saw, damn, baby. So,
yeah. Most friendly, I definitely would pick Tiana for sure. At least friendly, yeah, I'm gonna pick myself. It's just me. I'm just not a genuinely friendly person. 9 out of 10 of the friends I have will have a similar story. I'm over there looking unfriendly, minding my business, and they come and fuck with me and don't leave me alone since.
Yeah, that's kind of how we clicked off.
But it's crazy. That's how me and Laura became friends. It's like I would fucking harass the shit out of her. Like, I literally remember telling her, yeah, we're going to class trip. You buy me lunch every day. Just fucking with her, right? Because like when I used to go home in the evening with my boyfriend, she would be on the same bus and she was like, where are you going? And I was like, his house. She was like, what are you going to do? What you think I'm going to do? So I think she was just fascinated with like some of the shit that I was doing at my age. So I remember telling her, I was like, yeah, every day on a class trip, you buy me lunch, nigga. She was like, okay. Yo, first day in London, she walks up to me, so what are we eating for lunch? of course, my mother standing here, and I was like, what is you talking about, Slim? She was like, you said that I had to buy you lunch every day on the class trip. My mother was like, Demisha. Oh, yeah, I ain't saying my middle name on this show. Demisha, are you bullying people? And I was like, I'm not bullying her. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. You said I had to buy you. Like, me and her been friends ever since then. Like, friend. She called me when she came home from school with a problem. I was like, how the fuck did you get my number? Because you know, I had my own phone in high school. So I was like, how the fuck did you get my number? She was like, the student directory. I'm like, hey, I gotta take my number out. This motherfucking student directory, like crazy shit. So it's like people would talk to me and they were like, dope as shit.
Yo, the fact that I just heard you say Slim.
It's a DC thing.
Yeah.
I say Mo, Joe.
Yo, when you said Slim, that was it for me. Like, that made me think of all my cousins down DC, Baltimore real fast. Like, yeah, the whole family down that joint.
Slim. Like,
yeah, that's where my family from, is that area. So when I hear people say Slim,
for real?
I know where they from. I know where you're really from.
Yeah. That's funny.
And okay. All right, let's do 3 more. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 3 more and knock them out. So who would you feel like is the most different since high school? And who would you feel like reminds you the most of who they were in high school? So who do you feel like might have changed the least, and who do you feel like might have changed the most?
Carl Richardson changed the most for me. Changed the most. C. Rich got his own little nickname. C. Rich changed the most for me.
C. Rich.
That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm leaving it right there. No add-on, no nothing else. He changed the most for me.
I can see that. I might have to co-sign that.
Who is still like who they? I don't really feel like anybody is still the same as they was in high school. I feel like
no, not the same, but like who you feel like is, you know, closest to, I guess, maybe the core of their personality, maybe.
Probably my homegirl and the kid. Probably my homegirl and the kid. Like, I feel like she's one of them females. She's always gonna be who she is. She kind of like a pretty girl, kind of like a little bougie, but Jai like a little feisty. But very, very sweet when you really know her. Because like there was another person, me and her was real cool, and she ended up going to college with us. And people would be like, "You cool with the kid?" I don't got no problems with the kid. I don't know why y'all got problems with the kid, but like, girls would be at her neck in high school. Like, they was super jealous of her. I just thought she was cool. But she's probably still like, if you see her, she probably is still kind of that same person. Slightly changed by some events that happened in her life, but definitely she's still Nakia Cheeks. Like, you know, she's still her, who she has been, her personality. Like, but she's one of the people who I say like her career though changed, because she's actually like a vegan chef and baker and like cake decorator, and I just did not see that her coming, like, no, because she was like heavy into fashion. She was one of the well-dressed females, like always wear name brand cute clothes and stuff, but and like she's still like that, but she bakes and she makes cakes and scones and breads and she collects teacups and shit, and I'm like, wow, but she's still her same personality though.
So who do you think made the biggest change?
I probably would have to say it's Gary Gunn, the guy who I told you did the film. Like, it's stoner, like in the music. Like, now he's like completely different. Like, completely different.
Okay. Cuzzo, who you got?
Person closest to their personality from high school is you.
Yeah.
It's you, yes. If we talk about at their core, yeah, it's you.
Ain't shit changed.
Ain't shit changed, though. Like, you still big in the comic books, you still big in the hoop. You just talk a little bit more now because you got the pod. But other than that, you still who you always been. Like you don't change. Like, you really who you are. Like, and you you set on that shit, and that shit works for you, and that's the most thorough thing about it. Like, you ain't gotta be in the mix. You ain't gotta be around. Like,
You cool being out the way.
You cool being out the way. You'll come around. You'll pop your head in. Say your what's up. Chill for a second and be like,
I'm in and I'm out.
I'm out. I'll holler at you later. Text me. Let me know everything went cool. But I'm out. I think the longest I ever saw you saying something was my wedding. That was the longest. Swear to God, that was. Swear to God, that was. Like, that was the longest I ever. And that's because you was in my wedding. One of my groomsmen, and the fact that we really got turned up and they turned it into a class reunion.
It really was a mini class reunion.
So that was a mini class reunion right there, and we had enough of us there where that shit felt like a real reunion.
So y'all didn't really need one.
I don't ever feel like we needed one. I've been said that.
Yeah, it definitely had reunion vibes, for real.
Right.
Even
like, we got a
picture. Yeah. That's
a picture with everybody together. And like I said, like my friends been my friends since I got to high school. Like, it never changed. Like, that group of friends, we came to high school in 96. And I've been friends with them since 96. Like you and Tiana both came sophomore year, but everybody else was freshmen. Like, we was all freshmen together.
I would say of the people that I was like every day, all day, every day one type people, from high school, out of all of that group, I only don't talk to one person, and it's kind of fucked up because I still talk to everybody else in that group. But people get to college and they change. And of course, like, they get on some weird shit. They start kind of getting beside themselves a little bit, but like,
for sure.
This probably who you always really been, and now you get to be free, so you doing what you do. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and do that. So, but yeah, but other than that, like, I still pretty much talk to everybody else though.
Yeah, I rock with who I rock with, man. It don't change.
I mean, I went to college with Laura. Me and Yolanda, like, we've been friends, so we still friends. Like, yeah, Monica, still chit chat with her. She connected to my other friend, Katie, the white girl. So yeah, it's just like I keep people around. It's cool to keep around, but your vibe different. You don't serve me. You gotta get the hell on. Like, I don't got time for that.
Yeah,
as it should be. All right, and one last question, just for the hell of it. Is your crush from high school or ex from high school still hot?
Yeah, damn, yes.
You don't have to name names.
Yes,
the fuck. Name names if you don't want to.
I'm not naming names, but yes, the fuck he is. God damn it.
Because I understand. I understand complications that might cause, and I don't want nothing to lead to nothing and get nobody jammed up.
It's not like that at all. Like, again, still cool.
I'm straight saying.
Yeah, it's still cool, but look the same. And that's what I mean by he is, because he still looks the exact same. Like, play ball, like, he looks the exact same.
I'm gonna have to say
One of them people that age gracefully.
I'm gonna have to say she looks.
I'm about to say she looks Oh,
got older. She's aged well. Body
like
aged
fine
well.
Wine.
Yeah, she's aged like fine wine. Like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nah. She got better, dog. That's the worst part.
And I know who your crush is. That's why I'm laughing. Because I know who she is. So
she got better, dog. Like, she had like
you gotta slide me a picture on a low level. I need to know that.
I got you. She had like a year and a half spell where I thought the fall off was going to hit. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
You can't tell me she the boy of 2 kids, bro. You can't tell me she bore 2 kids.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
I just saw her the other day. Yeah.
She just had some pictures up the other day. I had to keep scrolling.
Scroll on by.
y'all funny because like me and him, we just be talking
Her
about
story.
coffee and techie shit. Like we not even on that type of shit. Like,
Bro, fuck that.
My thing is, I'ma always play it safe. Me and her are very clear on where we stand. It's no issues like that to where
Yeah.
it shouldn't be, at least. Well, all right, maybe I shouldn't say we, because I should just speak for myself. But I know where I stand. I don't be crossing no lines with Shorty or nothing like that.
no.
She could be
To
in
be
bed if she
honest,
wanted, but staying in pocket is where I live. I live in a pocket.
Did you ever talk to your crush for real high school, or did you just have a crush?
Oh no, I shot my shot. I just ain't make it.
Oh, see, nah, I never shot my shot. Like,
Oh
cause
no, I
first of
shot
all,
my shot. Oh,
I shot my shot.
Oh no, I
No,
shot my shot
never.
and scored, but
I shot my shot more than once.
I shot my. I'm fucking Curry when it comes to shooting shots.
Nah, never shot my shot. Never.
I shot my shot more than once. I almost low key. I almost got my Urkel on. I almost got my Urkel.
Tell you why.
That form is perfect.
He was the type of dude I should have probably been dating, but he wasn't the type of dude I was dating back then. But I was like, oh, if I dated a nigga in high school, that'd be the nigga I date. Like that's how that, and we had so much in common. But it was just like, nah, he the homie. I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't want to ruin that. But like, yeah, I had a little crush on him, low key. But nah, I was dating niggas outside of the school. Like I wasn't fitting to do all of that. Like I was dating
we talked for a minute, and it happened, and then it was over, and we became cool.
And see, that's what I didn't want.
She's the
wanted
homie.
to be like, I'm glad it's not awkward now.
Oh no, it's not awkward. No, she's the homie. Like we good. Yeah. We good.
Okay. Because sometimes that shit go bad. Like.
Yeah. You know what? I wasn't even stung when I didn't score the bucket. I wasn't even stung like that. I felt like it was kind of a long shot. I don't want to say out of my league, because I always say ever since meeting Keisha McKnight Pulliam, I realized there's no such thing as out of my league.
No such thing.
No such thing. As long as you got the confidence for it and you put together enough, there's no such thing. But I wasn't surprised that she said no, and she ain't do the corny joint. She ain't do the ill no. She ain't act like I was crazy. Yeah. She just, you know what I mean? Like, nah, good, nah, I'm good.
And then Slim wasn't the type that had girlfriends, for real.
I kind of got somebody already, or I'm really stuck on this guy.
Slim wasn't really talking to girls. He wasn't really talking to girls like that. He was really focused, very smart. Like one of them people, like his folks was like, yeah, don't bring no girls in here, bring them grades in here. So it was like, that was another reason why I never shot my shot, because I was just like, his family too strict. Like he ain't gonna be able to be doing shit. So nah.
She was just doing, a lot of dudes wanted to smash, but like I actually liked her as a person.
Yeah, you liked her.
Yeah.
Thorough as person. So
thorough.
So thorough.
So yeah, the fact that she done messed around and leveled up is crazy.
Yeah.
Leslie should have made you mad.
So I got one more since I was thinking about it. Was there ever a teacher that you looked at and thought about?
He asking you, because he already know my answer.
I think your answer is my answer.
I don't know too many boys from my school that don't have the same answer, bro.
Nah, because all my teachers was like old white women and old white men,
okay.
Like corny black dudes. Like my chemistry teacher ran its academic.
Yeah, so we had
my gym teacher. Most gym teachers be men, right?
Yeah.
Because I know my middle school gym teachers, nigga, fine as a motherfucker. Nah, my high school
there was this one gym teacher. There was this one male gym teacher that girls liked, and that didn't end well.
I bet. Yeah, nah, like my middle school gym teachers, yeah, they was hot to death.
Yo, if we thinking about the same teacher, I just recently see her.
Who else? Tell me somebody else. Tell me another name.
You talking about Miss Rob?
No, not Miss Rob. No, I got Miss Basham.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't have Miss Basham. I never had Basham.
Yeah.
I
Miss
was talking about. I was talking about Miss Robinson.
Yes. But Miss Basham was
Miss Robinson with all the
like,
cake, and she still got all
she
the cake.
definitely
I'm
had a
looking
lot
at
of cake.
the staff now in the yearbook. Nah, I
Miss
mean, nah.
Basham was like,
One of the custodial engineers was kind of hot, but I don't even remember seeing this nigga. Like, but
I
no.
bumped into Miss Robinson in a Wawa.
like Miss Basham felt like a cross between Prime Halle Berry and Nia Long.
Yeah, she did.
Lord,
She
Prime
was.
Halle Berry,
It was
yeah.
insane. She could yell at you and you still be like, "Oh, all right,
Oh,
my bad. I was tripping. I'm sorry."
yeah.
No,
High school was a good time, man. I don't care what nobody said. High school was a good time, man.
She aged amazingly.
High
You
school was
couldn't
a good
tell me.
time outside of high school. Like, shit that I did after school
Oh yeah,
was
shit
cool.
I did outside
But
of
the
high
shit
school.
during school, I was like, it was all academics, like literally, like it was all books, and we
Oh,
was
no, I
writing
had so much
20-page
fun.
papers in the 10th grade. Like I was like,
Oh no, I wasn't doing all that shit. I
what
had
is
so much
this?
fun.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of stuff happened in school, in class, in these little programs that we ended up getting involved in and stuff like that.
Upward Bound was the best stuff.
That's actually where a lot of different interactions happen between peer mediation and Upward Bound.
Yeah,
and some interactions, some interesting interactions, to say the least.
Yeah, Upward Bound was definitely a great time.
Listen, if I could find an Upward Bound program for Nick to go in, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna put him in there.
Yeah,
I heard they still got him.
Yeah, they still got them for a couple of different places. It's just about which schools have them and which schools don't. But they're still active. Dell State's still active. Temple's still active. Penn State's still active.
I would have loved to send. I'd have loved to send my sons to Upward Bound.
Nigel, it's so active that even when Nigel was in high school, he did Upward Bound at Penn State.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's kind of
him and Ace Wife, by the way. Him and Ace Wife.
Oh, okay.
They were in the same joint together.
Definitely good memories, man. I got a lot of great memories from high school.
Yeah, when I look back and think about it, then I was like, ugh. But now I'm like, damn, high school wasn't that bad.
No,
I didn't do shit in college. Like I was just trying to get the fuck in and get out.
It's a different story.
High school was.
College was definitely a different story for me.
College was a different story. I was sitting there trying to survive in college.
College was like, ooh, 1 year and done. Let's go in the military, sir. This is not for you.
At least you figured it out before you were too far in debt.
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers, man, they got $60,000 and $70,000, ain't got shit to show for it.
Factuals.
I realized that shit was not for me. I was like, I don't want to go to class. All I want to do is party. Yeah, this shit not for me. I was taking trips to his school all the time. I was coming to Penn State all the fucking time. Like
coming from my UP to Penn State.
Coming home all the time. That's what the fuck I was doing.
I didn't go home. I went to either Penn State, Shippensburg, or Kutztown. Like I was at one of them schools. Like I was never at my own school. I don't even think to be honest, I don't even know why I went to college. I should have just went straight to military, like to be honest. Like I should have played that game.
It'd be like that, man. It's part of the experience, part of the learning experience.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the experience.
I'll tell you why, because we was conditioned, bro. Let's be perfectly honest.
We was conditioned, yeah, for sure.
You know, we was told that was the pinnacle. That's what we said. Like I said, like especially for our class, like that's what our goal was set on. Nobody was sitting there talking about trades. You know what I mean? No, nobody was going to ITT Tech. It's like, no, I have to go to such and such university. I have to go to such and such state. I
gotta get a degree. I gotta get a bachelor's degree.
That's one thing I will say about DC schools. We had a lot of like tech and trade schools. Like Spingarn was a trade school, tech school. And of course, when they were seeing how that was like pipelining people to making money, they shut a lot of that shit down, which wasn't cool. So, but I mean, we going to an academic high school was like, you gotta go to college.
That's just what we
Yeah,
was
like the
doing.
programs we was in, like you had to like it was like everything was based for you to go to college. Like
Yeah, even
pretty
like you
much.
said, even Upward Bound, it was pre-college. We felt like it was
yeah,
pre-college.
it
You was
was
sitting there
pre-college.
doing it on a
Banneker
college
was like
dorm.
pre-college, so
You was on a college dorm. We had college professors.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
On Howard's
So
campus.
yeah. Ours was
where
on the
Del
University of
State,
Delaware.
yeah, University of Delaware. That's where it was. Yep, UD. Yep, we was at UD.
Yeah, we lived at UD, but we took classes at Del State. No,
Facts.
Del Tech.
Del Tech. Here we go.
Tech. Okay.
Yeah, our class, we stayed at University of Delaware, but our classes was at Del Tech.
Del Tech. True indeed.
I mean, we made some great friendships out of that place too. Like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Like I said, I would definitely recommend that program for a lot of kids, man.
Yeah,
for a lot of kids to help you grow up
I'm
as a
glad they're still
person.
doing it because sometimes you like
Me too.
you don't even hear about these programs anymore, man.
I had never heard of it before they signed me up. I still didn't even understand what I was going into. It was just
I
like,
definitely
I didn't know what I signed up for. It was just like,
Yeah.
all right, well, you're gonna be there during the week. You come home on the weekend.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, I was so focused on doing what I could to academically catch up, so I ain't have to, graduate a year behind.
Yeah.
Once they made it seem like it was an opportunity for me to pick up credits, I'm like, all right, cool. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
And I didn't know nobody from the school who was going except for, here's a name you haven't heard of in a long time, Bonnie.
Who?
Bonnie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's the only person who I knew was going. And then it ended up you there, Doom there, Noodle there.
Noodle. Jesus.
Nate.
Yeah, Noodle. That's his nickname, Noodle. It's my guy.
Yeah. I feel like we had the most people from one school in there.
We did. We did.
See, for us,
even the Delaware people didn't have as many people.
Yeah, we had Wilson, Walls, and Banneker, because them were the top schools in DC. So like they were in upward bound programs. If you had kids from other schools, it was because like they were smart but couldn't go to other schools for some personal reason. So they was doing other shit to kind of get the leg up. So
shit, the one summer I did the aviation program for 3 weeks, and then I went to Upward Bound.
Yep.
That shit was crazy. I went home that whole summer. Unless it was the weekend.
Yep, on the weekends. So for sure. But this was a good little trip down memory lane, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
We visit there, we don't stay there, we don't dwell there. We not Al Bundy sit there telling people, remember when I scored this point or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to look back, reflect on some people like I said, a lot of these people we still know today, we still run into, we still speak to. It's at the point where, for the most part, a lot of us be sharing milestones, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got a baby, everybody there at the baby shower, or somebody, unfortunately, if one of us passed,
everybody show up.
Everybody at the funeral. Shout out to Lindsay. We miss you, baby. R.I.P. Lindsay Cook. Even if, family members, losing important family members, we there supporting each other,
yep.
At the funeral and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm always the first to leave. So I'm gonna come, I'm gonna sit there with you while you gotta go through the service. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna be at the repast, I'm gonna be out by then. But you're gonna know that I was there, to support you when you needed it.
Yep.
And all I ask in return is that you take care of yourself. I ain't even gonna be mad if when I lose so and so, you're not there in the building for me. It's just kind of like just doing that because I rock with you like that. That's all.
Right.
Right. And no receipts necessary. No receipts necessary. Because if I didn't rock with you like that, I wouldn't be there. Like it's just that simple.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to funerals for support. I hate funerals. So if I'm there, clearly I have you in high esteem.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? And definitely it'd be dope to see everybody supporting people in these highs and lows and stuff like that. So shout out to, our alumni from our respective schools. And let's close this out. Any closing remarks or in general that anybody want to say, get off before I do the closing, the benediction.
Yeah, looking at my damn yearbook and this year zine where they give like the top news, farewell to goodbye, music, movies, sports, and television. This must have been friends. This must have been done by the company because it's full of white people too. I got something here about Michael Jordan and the NBA lockout, but that's what? Like, no, we weren't watching Dawson's Creek.
Hell no. Hell
Right.
no.
Let's see what hold on, right quick. Top 5 albums: Titanic soundtrack, Backstreet Boys, Celine Dion's "Let's Talk About Love," Shania Twain, "Come On Over," and NSYNC. I mean, they mentioned Brandy and Monica spending 13 weeks at #1 with "The Boy Is Mine," but yeah, you can tell we didn't.
Yeah, y'all ain't had no saying that.
Yeah,
Y'all had nothing to do with that.
Not at all, because baby, we from DC. We don't listen to none of this shit. It would have been Backyard and Junkyard and Red Essence, but yeah, UCB and TC. Yeah, okay. I went too far in the back of the book. But yeah, this was fun, guys. Makes me realize like how much I didn't value high school and the time back then. And you look back on stuff now and it's like, damn, there's a lot of things I wish I probably could do over and I would do differently. And there's a lot of shit I just would do again, just to experience it again. Cause you didn't realize how fun it was. And now you like, yeah, I'm an adult now and adulting sucks. And I want to go back to nap time, snack time, and playtime. So high school seemed like a hell of a time, baby. So
Word.
yeah.
Word. Yeah, shout out to everybody from class of 2000. Everybody we graduated with from the G, the almighty G-Town Bears. You already know. So all my friends, like, man, we still share the memories when we get together. It's always great seeing everybody when we link up. It's always a great time when we all link up. But yeah, this definitely was a good trip down memory lane. Definitely wish I could go back to that time where I wasn't adulting and I was a kid just running around having a good time, because this adulting thing sucks. To the highest productivity, it sucks. But every once in a while, I did take a trip down memory lane.
For sure.
Could take that trip down memory lane. And I thank you guys for having me on again. Thank you again for having me on.
Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you for coming
Absolutely.
through. I mean, part of the Potter family, you know how we do.
Absolutely.
It's still my goal to either create or participate in the Black Podcast Avengers at some point. You know what I mean?
Podcast Avengers.
Just
That'd be nice.
big
That'd
ass
be dope.
where everybody, participating, sharing, and just helping everybody increase, man. You know what I mean? They say if you want to get there fast, you go by yourself. If you want to go further, you go together, man. So for sure, like until B&B on the clock come back, or until you start your own spinoff joint or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay linked. I'm gonna still find ways for you to tap in on topics that fit you.
Absolutely.
For
sure, because I know for one thing for sure, two things for certain. You gonna come to pod.
I'm coming to pod. As I like to say, even though I stole that from Joe Button, but
it's better on you. It's better on you, cuz.
You'll never know.
It's better on you, cuz.
Yeah, I stole that from Joe. That's Joe live, but I'm here to pod. Like, I'm here for it.
Good times.
Good times.
But yeah, it was a good trip down memory lane, offer some perspective, get us to use our brains, dust the memory banks off. And you know what I'm saying, give some flowers that, it wasn't really purely the intent, but for those of you who got put in these positive categories and stuff like that, I hope y'all see this at some point and realize that you thought about, even if somebody don't see you in a while, even if somebody hasn't heard from you in a while, that somewhere somebody still has y'all in high esteem. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So just take that and, put that little notch on your belt or that little flower in your lapel, you know what I'm
Pin on
saying?
your lapel.
Yeah, pin it on your lapel, because we always want to give people flowers whenever possible.
Yeah.
As I always, well, first of all, thank y'all for being here, whether it was 5 minutes, 55 minutes, or just, breezing through. You hit the button, we appreciate you. You share, we appreciate you. You comment, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you let it autoplay and you subscribe, we
We
appreciate you.
appreciate you.
Definitely.
So whether it's your first time or your fifth time, once again, we appreciate you. We love y'all. We hope y'all stay cool. As I always say, be smart, be respectful, be safe and stay dangerous. Be patient with yourself and others. Be respectful, please. Okay. And be as good to as many people as you possibly can. I know, I know it's not possible to everybody, just as many people as
People make it
possible. Okay.
hard.
Because some people gonna make it impossible, and that's fine.
Oh,
Fuck them.
Jesus.
Just fuck them. Just don't worry about it. But
Yeah.
for everybody else, throw that out. But most importantly, be kind to yourselves, okay? Whatever that means. Health is wealth, so be kind to yourself. Do what you got to do to stay in the best health as possible, and that includes your mental health. We plug therapy every episode. Don't think we wasn't going to do it this time. Um, there's different avenues. I will always advocate for better help in general. Check it out. See about your insurance. See what their prices look like. I know it's not always the cheapest thing for everybody, but they have other websites you can look at. Google to see if you
Mhm.
need cost effective, and if you're looking for therapists that represent us or that look like us. ThriveWorks is also a good firm to go
Yep.
to, and they'll help match you up as
I
best as
mean, shit.
possible.
Even Megan Thee Stallion has a whole site dedicated to mental health for us folks. So there's resources out there, guys. You just gotta be
They out
willing to,
there.
look
You
into
just
it.
got to make the jump. I know it's scary having to look yourself in the mirror, because
Mhm.
therapy ain't just sitting there telling on everybody else who do you wrong. If you're going to make that growth, you have to be willing to look yourself in the mirror, look at those ugly flaws, the scars, the potholes, and all that.
Yep.
But trust me, as you do it, you'll improve. As you fight those battles, you'll improve, and it will be part of being the best you. And there's no way you could be better to yourself than getting close to the best you as possible. All right. Once
Right.
again, on behalf of Mimi the Goddess, on behalf of A.C.E, my brother, that's who we always be, on behalf of Coach Reggie, on behalf of shout out to the civilian, JB the civilian, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. The other member of B&B on the clock. Shout out to you always, bro.
Mhm.
And on
Yes,
behalf
sir.
of your favorite coach's favorite coach, we love y'all. Stay safe out there, all right? Y'all
Be
have
safe.
a good, y'all have a good night, man.
Night night.